Off Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm Jay Palton. I'm here to go through the player ratings as Everton finished this season yesterday against Arsenal. Obviously, I think for the entire season, really, I think we probably looked at the Arsenal game and thought that's going to be a huge match, probably for both teams, but obviously, more pertinently for us, thinking, we have to go to a place where we've only ever won one game, never won with fans there, and try and get a result to potentially stave off, the unthinkable. But such as how well we've played the last few weeks at the game didn't matter, and it was quite a nice atmosphere to kind of watch it in. And obviously Arsenal were still trying to win the league, but within 2 minutes the atmosphere on their end kind of died a little bit. And then when 2-0 we scored, things then picked up again when West Ham scored, and there's obviously rumours that it went to 2-2, and yeah, it kind of looked like it petered out a little bit. It should have ended in the draw, obviously it didn't. Very poor referee decision in my opinion. I kind of believe the second goal was allowed to stand, but overall I thought the players did well, followed the game plan, and I think we were good value for a point that we should have got and just carried on. But to be fair, I think come the end of the game, it's quite clear, I think, with the players and the manager, it was all about just getting the season finished now, and we've kind of done all the hard work and we've kind of earned all the praise. So yeah, pleased overall, and I thought we did okay yesterday. In terms of the players, obviously jumped right in there. John Pifford gave him 7.5, made a brilliant save in the first half, a couple of decent ones in the second. Couldn't have done anything for either goal. I think the second one's just super unlucky. Goes to sort of sprawl in front of Erdegaard, who I don't know if he means to pass it or if he just gets a bad touch on it, or he kind of bottles it a little bit with Pickford coming out and ends up just kind of scuffing it, or whatever, falls to Havertz, and it was good night Irene. First goal obviously was nicely worked goal, nothing he could have done about that, but I thought he did well. He had a brilliant season. So yeah, and it was funny to see someone, I can't think of when in the game they tweeted it, but he said, "Oh, Pickford must be heating up, it must be an international tournament year," and it's like he's been heating up since maybe about 3 months in sort of lockdown. He's been heating up since like 2016 really, when he was at Sunderland. So yeah, that was quite funny, but I thought he did all right, and obviously hopefully we'll be able to serenade him again come September, August time, depending if we can obviously keep a hold of him. In right back, Seamus Coleman, obviously 2 games in a week for someone who's barely played this season is a big ask. I thought he did okay, nothing special, some good running, but obviously about Coleman these days, it's all about defending. Obviously when he came into the team it was all about attacking, and when he got to a point where he was very good at both, and then now it's just safety first. He defends all right. I thought he did okay, nothing brilliant, but yeah, obviously he's in the mid-30s now, he's injury plagued, so it's to be expected to give him a 6. Tarkowski, giving him an 8. I thought he was very good in terms of getting blocks in, getting tackles in, stopping Arsenal from obviously scoring more goals than they did, and a couple of moves where it looked like Arsenal were gonna find the net, but Tarkowski got his body in the way, and I thought he had a really good season actually. Another one where he's played every minute virtually. I think he missed maybe, it's a matter of seconds against Sheffield in normal time. To have gone back to back and not have missed a minute basically is unbelievable, to be honest. And you look at the fact that you look at when Mishiri's come in, we've had Jagielka, Funes Mori, Holgate, Mina, Keane, obviously Brandthwaite, Tarkowski himself, Cody, Zuma. There's umpteen defenders you can kind of lump in there, and the amount of partnerships we've had, and it's just ridiculous. So they have had same partnership for 95% of the season is very good, but to have the same player there from Tarkowski, Holgate, Cody, Mina, whoever else last season, to have him all the way through is very good, and I thought he did well again yesterday. Jared Bamford gave him a 7. I thought in the first half he was quite a bit lackadaisical, looked like end of the season. I thought he didn't do very well, he made a couple of mistakes, but I thought he really made up for it. It was big blocks in the second half, some good bits of play, and I thought he looked much more assured second period than maybe he did in the first half. Maybe looked a little bit like the end of the season was kind of upon us then, and obviously if he's making mistakes, I'd much rather it be end of the season when the games don't really matter. But yeah, poor first half, good second half, and sort of averaged him out there. Ashley Young, very much like Coleman in terms of it's much more about defending, where he's relatively solid but nothing brilliant. Got skinned a couple of times in the first half and then makes a terrible mistake for the goal. Shouldn't stand in my opinion, but I mean, for an experienced player, I mean even a young player, playing a square ball like that is just suicide, and it's something that you learn at kids level. So I'm shocked that he's done it. looking obviously this week, obviously he's been offered a new deal, and I thought that's fine for me. I think he's been largely okay, but he has had a couple of these moments where he has done either stupid things on the ball, more so off the ball, silly tackles, diving in. But yeah, shocking for him right at the end there, to get him a 4. Moves midfielder just gave another goal. I mean, if there's anything more end of the season than just taking a free kick, I've not seen it yet. So thought that was quite funny. Obviously he scores, it takes a big deflection, so kind of one of them. But yeah, I thought he did really well in the game. Wearing tights though in that heat is absolutely barbaric, and we got to sort that out. I mean, I get obviously with the sweat and it help in that regard, but you must be roasting. They're not sort of you get very warm wearing them even in the cold weather, so I couldn't believe that. But yeah, good him an 8. I thought he was really good, and obviously looks like, again, like Pickford, we should be able to talk about him in a few months' time, and I really do hope so. We've got World Cup qualifiers coming up, we'll be looking forward to them, I'm sure, so we'll see how he gets on. Next time I'm doing an I thought he actually really well too. I've given him a 7.5. Thought he was good overall. Obviously, as per normal, a couple of bits to play where he's slacking and he's caught a little bit, but a lot of people want to focus on those moments, whereas I think he actually played quite well in the game, and went on a nice run in the second half, and I think we saw a bit more about him. If we do move him on, I think we do need someone of his profile, someone who's got those long legs and he's a big frame, 6'2", 3'4", whatever it might be. We need to get someone in who's got that sort of presence in midfield. Hopefully someone a bit more experienced, a bit more disciplined, and obviously someone who can show a bit more consistency. But that's what you get with young players. We all want to sign young, exciting players. We've got to remember, young players are inconsistent. It's the way it goes. That's the nature of the beast, and you can't have it both ways. Largely, you get players who are just ridiculous at that level, and they can be 21, 22 and playing really consistently every week, but they're few and far between, and they play for the best teams largely. So yeah, thought he did well on Arne. James Garner on the right, pretty anonymous, I thought. Didn't provide too much, but obviously he's playing out of position, so it's kind of one of them. Injury to Jack Harris meaning he wasn't playing, but yeah, I thought he did okay. Nothing more, giving him a 6. On the left, McNeil, same there, giving him a 6 as well. I thought he was okay, nothing brilliant, some good running, worked hard, but again, not much going forward, not a great deal going back. Looked a bit tight on a long season. Obviously he plays, in terms of the front 6, I'm sure he will have played the most minutes this season, so yeah, I thought he did okay, but nothing special to Corey. I've given him a 6.5. 40. Worked hard, but going forward again, he's just, technically speaking, when he's got time on the ball, if he's not just running with it, if he's having to pick a pass out, if he's having to sort of bring the ball back or turn on a player or sort of back into someone, I just feel like he lacks those kind of technical skills in that moment. When he kind of starts to think about something, when he just sort of run with the ball, he seems like he has it. It's really strange to watch, but I thought he did okay. Nothing brilliant. Obviously, if he doesn't score, you're largely kind of saying, did he work hard? Did he help defensively? And he did. And I do think he has an important role going forward next season, so I thought he did all right. Donna Calvert-Lewin, giving him a 7. I thought he was unlucky not to score. He hits the post, has one well saved by Raya, hits the side net, and just wasn't going in for him. But I thought we saw another really decent Calvert-Lewin performance. I just really hope, I think it as well, but I hope more so that he's just building up ahead of steam and we get into next season, he can just start the season fit, fresh, firing. That's obviously what we want. I know that's kind of an obvious statement and doesn't take a wizard to work that out, but I just think in terms of where he's been up the last few weeks, just building up, and okay, maybe the goals haven't always followed, but they will follow, I'm sure, as with the team, the wins followed on me, maybe weren't playing so well after doing well and not getting the points. So that's kind of what I'm hoping with him. Obviously, Lewis Dobbin came on, Chimiti, Beto, all very late in the game. Not too much to say about them, but yeah, the season is over. We can all sort of relax on the pitch for the next few months. Obviously, you're still looking at players going out, PSR, do you have to sell people for certain dates, all this nonsense that comes with supporting Everton at the moment, and it's obviously tricky, but we'll see how we get on. And as I say, it's just nice not to fret over 22 lads running around a pitch for at least a couple of months anyway. So let me know your thoughts down below. How do you think everyone played against Arsenal? Who do you want to see from that squad going into next season? Who would you move on? Those sorts of things. Let me know down below, and we'll see you next time. Nice one.